This is Lindsay Says, because somebody has to say it. I never thought I would say that. Welcome back, besties. Happy Friday, but for you, it's Monday. It's such a weird dynamic. I'm excited for the weekend. I'm doing all these things. And then by the time that you guys listen, you've already watched probably the new RHORI, the new Atlanta, but it's like impossible to find the perfect day to record and edit to where everything would be caught up. So I always feel like my posts are behind, but when I'm recording it, it's spot on. But happy Friday to me, happy Monday to you in the future. But let's get straight into the Tom Schwartz event. So I had a Tom Schwartz event in Michigan on Saturday, and people are like, what are you doing in Michigan? In case you don't know, I live in Michigan, and my husband saw that this Everything Ethos, they plan events with other Bravo people, the Bravo celebrities, and it said that Tom Schwartz was coming to Michigan in June. And so he was like, we got to message these people and see if there's anything that you can do to promote and maybe get like free tickets or talk to Tom or something like that. So Everything Ethos made a deal with me, and I had to do like some stories and one video promotion, and then they still want me to post something after the fact, but they haven't told me what I need to do yet. But I thought it would have been much more organized. I got to invite 4 people for free. And so my friend Haley and then her mother-in-law and sister-in-law came because they love Schwartz. Fun fact, they have Bubba tattoos, and they got the tattoos done in Vegas. So they wanted to show Tom. And so then we got there, and I was talking to, I had like Tom Schwartz's handler's number. Her name is Amanda. So I feel like she does this for Everything Ethos. It was interesting. And so I got to talk to her, and she was with him, and they were having like hotel problems. So he was, the night before, he was with Stassi, Bo, Austin, and Craig. And he said that Austin was just in Hawaii with Craig, and he was in, I think they were all like obviously in LA at the same exact time. And so they just hung out very briefly, but it sounds like he really misses Stassi and Bo and misses like them being in Bravo. But he obviously will always root for Stassi, even though she's not on Bravo anymore. And Bravo is his, obviously my thing too. So the people that were working at the restaurant had no idea about me. So it was very awkward walking up and being like, okay, this is what I'm doing. Like I could have invited so many people because they were not paying attention. They were not paying attention to my free tickets and what I was doing. And so I got in, I sat myself on this couch, and we were with like these rowdier women that are like around their 50s. And they were just getting like so drunk to the point that one of them fell asleep. She kept wanting to get Schwartz's attention at one point and like trying to give him a shot. And I think she just kept taking the shots because he wasn't coming over to us. And so she couldn't wait any longer. But anyways, she fell asleep, but she was hilarious. But before that, I got to meet Schwartz when he walked in, like the second he walked in. And his bodyguard did not look pleased with me. He's like, what are you doing over here? And I had to explain it to him too. Like, it would have been nice if somebody just explained to everyone in the group what was going on. But Schwartz was just going with the flow. He was so nice. He seemed a little bit tired because he was taking a red eye. So he went out with Stassi, Bo, Austin, and Craig. And then right after, he went to an event for Kyle Chan, the jeweler. And I guess they were giving out like free piercings. And so Tom Schwartz was peer pressured into getting a new piercing, and he got one on his left ear. And honestly, it doesn't look bad. I feel like he can pull it off because he's somewhat in the spotlight. It's not like he's just like your average 40-year-old man. You know, he wears like younger clothing and has a younger girlfriend. So I think it's fine, which by the way, she was not there. And so before the event, I sent his handler a bunch of questions. I had like 10 questions, and she was like, he doesn't have that much time. So she narrowed it down to 4. And all of like the petty questions he removed. And I don't know if it was him or her or what, but you can go look at my interview on my TikTok or my Instagram. But the questions that I wanted to ask were like, you're in Jax's hometown. When was the last time you talked to him? And by the way, his sister went to the event, and some people talked to her. I didn't say anything to her, but she still lives in Michigan. I've seen her like at a wedding before. My friend's wife actually used to work with her. So I've been around her previously. But then I asked how things are going with Jax. I wanted to ask stuff about Joe because she's been talking a lot about Schwartz in the, everything online in her stories and stuff. And he said that the reason he didn't want to answer those questions is because she asked him not to talk about her anymore. And I was like, well, that's so confusing, which I, of course, respected him immediately. But I was like, that's so confusing because you would think that she wants attention. And he's like, no, I can see that, but she doesn't want attention. But I was going to ask, like, why she compared him to Scamanda, which was interesting. And then I was going to ask him what he thinks about like somebody being called the Schwartz, like Jesse Solomon or Katie DeLuca, because they knew about the, the infidelity or the drama before it all came out. But I couldn't ask that either. So I just asked questions about Stassi and Katie and how he likes being on the Valley and the new Vanderpump Rules, which it sounds like he doesn't really like it very much, but I think he just kind of has to say that he does. But out of every like event that I have not been invited to, that I wish that I was invited to, would be the Vanderpump Hotel. Like that one seemed amazing and I would have loved to go, but he talked a bit about that. So go look out for that post. But at the event, he was being swarmed like he was freaking Justin Bieber. Like, I don't know what he would have done if he didn't have a bodyguard. And at first I was like, why does he have a bodyguard? It's Tom Schwartz. No, he needed that bodyguard. And I don't know how he was still standing because every single table at this event gave him a free shot and he was walking around with free shots too. And it's like, if some of those weren't water, I have no idea how he was standing. Oh, and when my friends showed him their Bubba tattoo, so they all had it in like a different spot. And he like almost started to cry. He was like, I can't take this. But they got to come up with me when I had like my separate segment with him apart from the rest of the group. And so my friend's mother-in-law, which is also like my friend's mom, but she was wearing this necklace that was like the ashes of her friend were made into the jewel. And I guess her friend loved Schwartz too. Oh, I have chills about it. But she got to bring her friend, like they just all love Schwartz. They all love Bubba. But shout out to Haley and the Thomases. But yeah, it was really fun. Great experience. And I'm hoping that they reach out every time that somebody from Bravo is in town because I totally want to do that again. But everyone kept coming up to my husband. And obviously he's an attractive man and it's an event with mostly women. But they kept coming up to him and saying, I thought you were Carl Radke from afar, but I came up and you're not. And like there were women doing that once they got a little bit tipsy, and I just would like sit there and smile because it's funny. I want to see how he reacts, but he doesn't necessarily want to be called Carl. But they're both very tall. They're both very stylish, and Carl's handsome. Tori's just more handsome. But also shout out to anyone that came up and said hi. If you ever see me, like I could see some people that weren't coming up, and that's fine. You don't have to come say hello. But if you're questioning, like, will she be okay if I come say hi? Please come say hi. I'm just a regular chick, just a regular girl. So come on over and say hello. But also in regular life stuff, I think that Bravo or any type of reality events, they're kind of slowing down right now because the next couple of weeks, people will be celebrating the 4th of July, which, by the way, is next weekend, which is insane. And I will be going up north with my friends to my parents' condo. So every single year we bring a couple families up north and we just hang out. It's like there's more kids than there are adults. So my parents used to be really nervous about me bringing people up because we would be partying too hard. And now the concern is like, are your children going to break something? So, but it's on Lake Michigan and we're just going to be trying to relax and having fun, but we get to play games and stuff once the kids finally all go to sleep. So that'll be fun. But yeah, we will not be posting a podcast episode next week because of the 4th of July, which I think everyone will be busy having fun anyways. All right, let's get into Say Less, Spill More. Say less, spill more. Summer house gossip. There's always summer house gossip these days. West Wilson did one of those whiteboard things. So he became friends with these two guys that do these like whatever, these breakdowns with these dry erase markers, and they circle these names, and it's actually very cool how they do it, and the editing is amazing. But they've had West in a bunch of videos where they talk about like Jax, the Valley, Vanderpump Rules, Sandoval. And so then this time it was his turn, and it was like his buddies were telling him what he needed to hear in like a harsh way, but they were still being his friend. Like they're still friends with him, but they're telling him that he's a garbage human and that he like doesn't respect women. Like they straight up asked him, like, do you have sisters? Like, why do you treat women like this? And part of me wishes that they went harder, but honestly, I'm happy that they at least went as hard as they did, because they at least respect women more than Wes Wilson does. And one of the guys is a person of color, and so he was able to speak about race and how he, people of color, women of color are disrespected by white men, and how they need to be talked to differently and treated differently. And Wes was yawning in this part when he should have just been listening, because this was explained to him many times, and I just don't think that he's ever going to understand it. But if you want the complete breakdown, I did post it on Instagram and TikTok. And if you want to see the real 2 videos, it's 2 parts and they're long as hell, which is why I did the breakdown. It's Soho Brody on TikTok and Instagram. But it's an amazing video because he's actually like breaking things down kind of. And the amazing part isn't him. It's the guys being like, dude, you should be embarrassed. You should be appalled by your behavior. Why are you doing this? And then they were actually at the Yankees game with him when he was with Amanda. And one of the guys was like, I knew you were inviting me for clout. He's like, the second you called us, I knew what it was for. And it's like, how embarrassing. If I were them, I wouldn't want to be his friend anymore. But I guess they probably like getting the attention on this video. But he also was asked, where do you see yourself in 2 years? And he said Amanda's backyard. And at first I thought that meant that she was moving to New Jersey, which is what she's kind of always wanted to do. But then somebody in my comments said that's where Amanda and Kyle got married, and I think that's spot on, and that might be what he's saying, which is absolutely insane, because he is also like kind of admitting to cheating on her with Miha. He's admitting to having commitment issues. Like every type of thing that you would not want in a boyfriend, in a husband, in a partner, he is that. And they compared him to Tiger Woods in his prime. That's not good. Saying that he had unlimited one-night stands. He had multiple girlfriends and one real secret girlfriend. They asked, like, why was he leading Sierra on? Were you doing this to try and get a friendship? Like, I mean, he should be very embarrassed, and I hope that we never hear from him again, to be honest with you, because it's becoming so clear that no matter what, we are not going to get the real timeline, because I feel like they kind of cornered him in a second, because they were like, yeah, it seemed like you guys had a plan, and then it seemed like Amanda might have gone rogue at one point based on like your expression, and all Wes said was next question. So if you were being truthful, you wouldn't have to say next question. You're clearly still covering stuff up. Also, he confirmed that there was a video, which is what I heard. So if you remember, right before the news broke that it was real, I posted something saying it was real because I heard from somebody that has this video footage, or knows that somebody has it. And I'm never going to say who I heard has it, but somebody has it. And they're obviously holding on to it because like this is illegal. But that's why things were rushed. But then Wes was saying things were rushed because they were sick of lying. What are you sick of lying about? Because if you haven't banged until the statement, what are you really lying about? But then he said that they were making out and doing everything else and having sleepovers for a very long time. So what is a very long time? The lies are growing on lies, and they're multiplying. It's disgusting. He's a loser. You need to go look out for this TikTok. I reposted it of this girl just like cussing West out. She's saying everything that I want to say. Go look for that in my repost. It's hilarious. So he cleared up that the thing that she was spitting in his mouth was pits and olives, which I guess is like better than spit, but also like, why are you spitting that in his mouth? I'd be afraid I was going to choke. You know, when you're at like a Benihana or something like that, and they like flick the zucchini at you, I'm always like, oh my God, it's gonna I just think it's gonna fall down my throat and I'm gonna die. Like that's gonna be it. Why would we be spitting olive pits in each other's mouths. First of all, that sounds sick. Second, you're not going to eat it or anything. You're just going to spit it back out. Are you like spitting it back and forth? Is this a game of some kind? He also confirmed that he will not be coming back next season, and he called it like a timeout. Like, is this another pause? I'm going to get into that in a little bit, but I am sick of the word pause in Bravo. I'm done with it. All right, on to In the City. Lindsay and Kyle have been having an absolute blast in south of France. There are so many people out there right now, and one of my best friends is out there right now celebrating, and he got to take a picture with Rachel Zoe. So I'm really excited for him, but he gets to see like all of these people out there, and I want to know why all of these people are out there and how can I get there? I want to go very badly. That sounds amazing. But they seem to be like better friends than like they ever have. I think this Scamanda stuff really brought Lindsay and Kyle together platonically. They're never going to be a thing. For anybody that wants that to happen, can't they just be like our mom and dad that never got married? That happens. They just never got married, but they had us. Makes sense? And Lindsay should be with Carl. And I don't care what anybody says, like, oh, they're better off as friends. They have grown so much in separate ways, where he has his foundation with Soft Bar and she has her baby. They have two, so he's making money. Like, as a man, that's what he needs. And as a woman, she needed to feel like she had her baby because her clock was ticking. They are stable. They love each other, and they need to get together, period. Speaking of babies, Danielle Oliveira had her baby 10 weeks early. His name is Aiden, which means fiery one. Aiden Santos Heavey. He has to be in the NICU for 2 to 3 months, which is so scary. They seem very, very, very positive despite how scary this situation is. So I'm just going to take their positivity, add some positivity to it, and hope that everything's going to be okay. And for those of you who get confused, okay, because you know that I do not care for Danielle. When something like this is happening to somebody in our Bravo family, she is in our Bravo family. And when something bad was happening to Teddy, not that I'm comparing the two situations, they're not comparable. But when somebody in Bravo, whether you like them or not, is going through a hard time, they deserve support. They do not deserve any sort of negative words. That goes for anyone. Even like if something horrible happened to like Jax Taylor or Tom Sandoval, which I'm going to get into that. I still think that they deserve some sort of support. Like, we don't need to be joking. We don't need to be mean when somebody's going through a hard time. You can dislike them as a person and keep that separate for another time. But if somebody in the Bravo family needs support, I truly believe in supporting those people and spreading positivity, because you really don't want something bad to happen to somebody. It's not good to like wish bad upon people, truly. Apparently she was in Southampton with her boyfriend, and then she was feeling contractions, which is so scary because for a while, if you haven't had a baby, you feel like these Braxton Hicks contractions. And sometimes it's like, is that a real contraction? You have to like kind of count. And it can happen if you get dehydrated or if you're traveling or things like that. And so she was feeling them majorly at 10 p.m. on Friday. And she made a post the other day about like, I had no idea this was my last meal, which is pizza. I had no idea this was like my last time relaxing for the rest of my life, because they went out there to relax. So she was having contractions at 10 p.m. on Friday and ended up going into the emergency room at 3 a.m. in Southampton. And then they were transferred by ambulance to Stony Brook. So that's terrifying that she was out there and they had to be transferred. But she was there for a further 24 hours. And then they had the baby. And not her husband. I think he's still married technically to his ex-wife, to his wife. So her boyfriend and partner said that he couldn't ask for a best first Father's Day. They couldn't be happier. They've been together for 6 months when they were filming in the city. So, a year now, I would say, just about. And they've been living together for 1 month during the debut episode when they were filming it. The reason why it feels so fast is because Danielle kept this a secret until May 14th, and she had the baby Father's Day weekend. By the way, I hope everyone had a great Father's Day weekend. We had some fun. We got to hang out with all the dads and swim, and anyways. Real Housewives of Miami, Lisa Hochstein is officially off the hook. The felony charges were dropped. I reported this before. She had to take some sort of class, do some sort of thing that she needed to complete, and then the charges would be dropped. So it seems that she completed that. But there has been no word if this is also happening to Jody. Let me see. Let me look right now. Yes, they are both cleared of the criminal charges, which is good for both of them. Happy for Lisa. And I just think that Real Housewives of Miami needs to be put back on because so much is going on. All of that's going on. And there was a rumor the other day that Nicole got married secretly to her now husband, Anthony. So that would have been great to see. And also, they announced the Ultimate Girls Trip, road trip, which I cannot wait to see. I did a breakdown of the trailer, and Adriana commented on it and said that she will be singing at the part where the Miami girls will be on it. So I'm excited to see that too. Ladies of London, they have officially been put on pause, which I am so done hearing on pause. And I understand that they say that because you're not officially canceled, like nobody's going to get upset, but people are starting to get upset. And I saw somebody comment on Threads or something like that saying, as far as I know, the only person on pause is Dorinda. Everything else needs to be figured out. Because honestly, it's true. It's too much. Like, if somebody's actually canceled, can we just say that? Or can we say put on pause due to da 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 da? Because I'm hearing that Miami was put on pause because of everything dealing with Todd and Alexia. Like, they didn't know what to do with all of that. And then because he was suing Bravo. And then I'm hearing rumor that Ladies of London is put on pause because Margot is suing Bravo because they made her look homophobic. But nobody made you look homophobic except for yourself. So if something's put on pause, can we explain that? Because fans are getting pissed at Bravo for cutting our favorite shows. Like, these are two good shows. And if Bravo could just say, you know what? We love this show. We know that you love this show. We're going to do everything that we can to bring it back. A, B, and C is going on. Or you don't have to give every detail, but just give us something, because we don't like to sit here wondering what's going on and why they would cancel such a good show. Well, pause. But when I heard the news, I did reach out to one of the ladies. I'm in communication with a couple of them. And they did confirm. One of them said that they feel like a remote control. And this other person also said, when stuff was going on with Margot, because I used to like Margot in the beginning of the season. And then at the end, I was like, I don't like her so much. And one of the ladies kind of gave me some tea on Margot, that things are kind of getting crazy with her, with all of them. So I would not put this past her. So in further Ladies of London news, apparently the same exact day that we learned that Ladies of London was put on pause, Martha's bird, Hecate, I keep saying it wrong. People are not pleased with me. I don't know how to say that word. Hecate. He passed. I'm not trying to make it funny. The bird passed on the same exact day, and Martha was extremely distraught, as you would be when your pet passes away. But she posted the very next day a whole video, if you want to go look at it, on her socials. I also made a post talking about it. But the bird drowned, which I don't understand how a bird drowns. And somebody was like, how does a bird drown inside? And I think Martha must set up water for this bird. I don't know if the bird was inside or outside, but I don't know. I don't know how that all works. And I just realized there's a bird behind my head on my wallpaper. Thinking of Martha during all of this, it's very sad to lose any pet. Somebody commented, are we really upset about a bird? We're upset about pets. When somebody loses a pet, that's like losing a family member. It does not feel good. Just because it's an animal, it's still somebody that's a part of your family and your home. But people in my comments are suspecting that it could have been Margot, which I don't know how that would work. But the timing is pretty crazy. That's all I'm going to say. The timing is nuts. And the way that the bird passed is what? Things aren't really making sense, but I feel so bad for Martha. And honestly, I would love to watch a show just with Martha and Kimmy. If we can't have the whole crew, let's just have those two. In Vanderpump Rules news, I'm sure you've heard, Sandoval reported to TMZ stuff about his ex-girlfriend, or now ex-girlfriend, but his girlfriend. He called the police on her, filed for a restraining order because allegedly assaulted him. And so there's this whole article with pictures of his injuries, a door with a hole through it, saying, comparing the dad to The Shining, because the dad was also involved. Apparently Victoria and her dad are living with him. Huge article. Go look for it. I made a post about it too, but I was like, okay, we're hearing like one side of the story, but I didn't want to question him because there's proof, there's pictures, all of like, everything's there, the evidence. But I had a feeling that he would have something to do with it because it's Tom Sandoval. So then later that night, Victoria's dad posted to his socials some security footage, which Tom got mad at his girlfriend for recording him during their argument, but not knowing that he was being recorded by his own security footage the entire time. And it caught him yelling at them when they were just like chilling at a bonfire. And one thing led to another. And he was pissed at Victoria for recording him. And he pushed her father in a lit bonfire. And you can hear him in the video, like kind of squealing because his butt is on fire. Like in the fight, like when he runs away, he's not lit, but that would still hurt like hell. I mean, insane. So then he chases after him. I'm sure he punched a hole through the door. I'm sure he threatened him, but honestly, rightfully so. It's like self-defense. Who does that to somebody? But in the article, the TMZ article, Tom said that he wants them out of his house. And for their safety, I really hope that they get out, because who wants to be involved with somebody like this? Get all of your stuff out and go for yourself. Also, it makes me think about BravoCon when Lindsay Hubbard was saying something to them about their arguing and told them to handle their stuff, which I want to know what she saw. If you remember that around BravoCon, like somebody was just recording Lindsay talking to them. So there's been signs. This isn't just like out of nowhere. Also just Sandoval being Sandoval. But I wonder if Victoria thinks at all about fans telling her not to date this guy, or like research Sandoval, research who he is. He's not a good person. But yeah, I'm thinking about her and her father, and I'm thinking about Ariana and Fiji just like happy that she got out when she did, because it was only going to get worse. People only get worse. People do not get better when they treat people like that, especially at that age. It's not like they're 23 or something like that. Fully developed. You're acting like an asshole. But cheers to Ariana for escaping. Time for the Bravoholic Breakdown. Let's start with Atlanta. So Cynthia tells Angela that she talked with Shamia and told her that she needs to be in therapy because she has a lot going on with surrogacy and all these things. And she said that she doesn't have time for therapy. And honestly, like nobody has time for therapy, but I schedule in at least one a month. And I think that everybody should. Like, I feel like I have zero issues in my life right now, but something always comes up. And I think like everyone needs to just like vent to somebody here and there, so we don't vent on people and like trauma dump. So I recommend that to Shamia and everyone that's listening. And we find out that Portia's mom is selling her house, and she's planning a trip with Phaedra for the whole group to Scotland to redo Traitors, which I think is such a good idea because not everyone is going to get to do that. Like, I feel like only really, 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 really iconic housewives have so far gotten to do that. We get into Kelly's budget. I don't know why she spends so freaking much money. Like, there is no need to spend that much money on your dog. There is no need to spend $8,500 a month on shopping for your clothes. Like, I mean, even Kyle Richards freaking shops at Zara. Is she spending more money than Dorit? Like, we need to reel this in. This is too much spending. Like, it sounds like she's making a great income. I think you're going to be fine if you just spend money like a normal person. Like, maybe rewear one outfit. And that goes for Dorit too. Just rewear an outfit once in a while. And K. Michelle is talking to her plastic surgeon about implants. I don't know what she's doing. She's a beautiful woman. And I know that she had like some sort of infection, but like, do we really need implants? Do we really need to do this again? And they're saying that she needs to stay off her butt and that she thinks that the ladies stress her out so much that it's going to her ass. Stop doing cosmetic procedures. You are a beautiful woman. See Angela and her daughter having some serious issues, and they go to therapy. They talk about stuff, and it seems like therapy is really working for them, which I love to see because I don't want a mother and daughter to be arguing like this. It makes me sick. And I am loving Portia and Drew getting along. I always wanted to like Drew. I always have. And Portia, like you know, is like probably my top favorite. I freaking love her so much. But we see them hanging out a lot. And Portia's doing some favors for Drew. She's doing a wig line for her. I mean, Drew is stunning. Stunning. So is Portia. But like, I like this friendship. I like these two rooting for each other. This is a power duo. But the way they were eating that chicken on that bone is the most disgusting thing ever. I specifically eat boneless wings. I don't want to eat something with a bone in it. I am not living out in the woods. Okay? If I can have a bone out, I'm going to do that. And Kelly was house hunting, and it's like, why are we looking at stuff that's out of your budget? Why are we even looking? Because clearly you have a spending problem. Her and Dorit need to get together. And they need to be like lectured about spending for real. So then they have a basketball event for Angela, and Shamia walks off, and then Shamia comes back. Angela's saying that her real issue is with Portia and that she's coming for Angela. And it's like, seriously though, why has she yet to speak to Portia when clearly she has a serious problem with her? And Portia's just chill as a cucumber, staying away from the drama, literally walking away from the drama. But Shamia's creating shit with everybody else. Talk to Portia. And then they had like a group hug, and you can see Shamia in the back, like being fake and like, why are you even here? It's so clear that she is incredibly insecure about being in this group, and she doesn't feel like she fits in because she wanted to be close with Portia, but then she like went against her because she wanted to be the queen bee, and it's literally just your fault. The queen pea. Reunion part 1 for RHORI. I mean, Rulla walks out and she's a different person inside and outside. I don't know what the heck happened and what kind of confidence this is. It's like a cockiness for literally no reason. You were barely on the show. We barely heard from you, and now I'm done hearing from you. But people want her to be like fired after just one reunion episode. No, I want to see more. I want to see where this goes. I want to see this Rulla, or like a real Rulla. Like, who were you on the show then? Like, you seemed like this really nice lady, kind of in denial about her husband cheating on her, and now you're like angry and rude. And Jennifer Aiden, covering up your cheating husband for what? You're not impressing anybody. Nobody wants your man except for Beth. That's the other woman's name. Nose job, a lip lift. It looks like new teeth. I mean, different person. And I don't like her at all. She's my least favorite, and Alicia is my favorite. And I like everybody else about the same. But Liz remembers when Alicia was born that they were like that close. But Alicia was closer with Liz's niece, which is interesting. They're basically family members. And Rosie read Kelsey like crazy. I saw another creator say that Kelsey was going after Rosie, not realizing that Rosie has probably battled with people like her before. But Kelsey has probably never battled with like another woman like this. And she's defeated. Like, I might like Kelsey more than I like Rosie, but Rosie is better at this game. She is much better at this game, and she is killing her. And when she said that her employee or her coworker lives in Florida, I mean, like, round of a freaking applause. Where did they find these women? I have literal chills. The stuff I get chills over needs to be studied. But I thought about the other night when I was falling asleep that Rosie, not completely, hear me out, is kind of like a Stacey Rouge from Potomac, because they're kind of just like proper. They're on television a lot. They know like how to deal with the mess. They read people properly. Like, they just kind of like sit there calmly and they're ready for it. And like, nobody could bring Stacey down, and nobody is bringing Rosie down. But I think that Stacey kind of held it together a little bit more. And Rosie has Ashley. Stacey was like on her own. But then like Rulla was going for Liz, and I don't understand why she was going for Liz like that when she's literally making herself seem so hypocritical, calling Liz out for cheating and like digging up this dirt and calling her husband when she doesn't want Rulla to be doing, or when she doesn't want Joellen to be doing exactly that. So it's like, why are you bringing that up to the screen? It's like somebody told her that she was going to be fired if she didn't bring it this episode, and she went like way too far. And then we hear that Audrey's is doing a lot better, and Ashley's like emotional about it and saying that it kind of is worse for them, which I hope we get further into that. But then Ashley's like crying about her friendship with Rosie. Like, she loves her that much, and she didn't think that she could have a close friend like that in her 30s. And I think that's really sweet. Rulla is coming for Joellen the entire reunion under her breath, and she thinks that Joellen's not going to come for her. And I made a post about that. Like, what exactly do you think is going to happen if you're coming for somebody that much? But the end was so heated, and I can't wait to see, like, why is it so heated right now? Like, you're coming for Joellen and you want to be done with the topic, but and then you're calling her a hoe, and then she's calling Brian a hoe, and you're mad about it. And it's like she's literally just saying the same words that you are and coming back at you. Let's move on to In the City. Things are messy with Kyle and Amanda. We got to see Amanda bring her dog Reese into her home, and I made a post about this, about how I don't think she's very nice to Ryder. Like, she just kind of ditched Ryder, and I don't really get why you would like separate the dogs. But somebody said that they have some sort of syndrome because they're from the same litter, and that they become more aggressive to people and pets and stuff like that because they're so connected and they have separation anxiety. But like, maybe don't separate them if they have separation anxiety and just keep them apart, away from people. But Kyle really was trying, and he brought her flowers, and she didn't even like say thank you or hold them or look at them or anything. And we see Kenny meet his dad. He saw his dad, and it was like, it was actually a really special moment. I actually really appreciated Kenny being on the show during that moment, because I've always wanted to like see something like that, because this was like a really special moment to see on Bravo, and I appreciate him bringing that to our screens. And Lindsay was the witness for Yvonne when she got married. And it was so funny because they're just sitting together, and Yvonne is more so talking to Lindsay than her soon to be husband at the courthouse. And it was so weird seeing that Frank Batula like knew nothing about Amanda's split, because Amanda always includes her parents in everything. Especially if Kyle, like if she needs support apart from Kyle, she would be leaning on her parents. And they don't know anything. I think that is such a dead giveaway that she's really with Wes, because I think she wants to keep things kind of hazy for them so they don't really know everything if she goes back to Kyle. Also, like, I don't like to like say stuff like this, but I feel like Kenny's friend has a crush on him because he was wearing his clothes and he doesn't like Whitney, and it's weird. I think that there's like chemistry there, but it might be one-sided. When Amanda and Kyle argue, it is insane how she spins every single word, everything that he says. When he corners her, she comes back at him like, how about you just own that your clutter all over the house is like a you problem, and you should have probably brought that out if you're moving for a whole year. And instead, she's spinning it on how he went out the night before, and it's like, actually, that stuff isn't related. You just need to clear your shit out. You're the one that wants to leave, and then you're making it seem like he wants you to leave, but he just wants your stuff gone if you're going to be gone. Like, why does he have to live in your filth if you're physically not there? This is on a storage unit. The Valley. I mean, I try so hard to like this show. I try so hard. I mean, I like Zach. I like Lacey. I think Jesse's funny to watch. I think Schwartz can be good television. I even will say I like watching Michelle on some level. And Janet is better this season. But like just about everybody else, I'm like, I don't know. I think that things need to change, or we need to move on. Zach finally loses it on everyone because they keep talking about the same stuff. And that's our problem too. Like, he's speaking for the audience. We're done hearing about all of this. If you think something, say the actual truth. It just feels like they care way too much about what we're thinking, and they're not making a TV show. They're like worried about making a TV show. Make a TV show. One of you is going to be hated, but you're making me hate all of you. And who cares if somebody likes something on TikTok? Who cares? Can we move on from like this food train, liking stuff on TikTok? Stop thinking about all of this shit and what we're saying about you, and just be yourselves and make a freaking TV show. It's really not that hard. That's really all I have to say about it this week, because like there's nothing interesting to discuss. It's insane. However, Nia needs to like lay off Janet, because I think that she thinks that we like have her back in this because we did last season, and it's like, we don't want to talk about it anymore. Janet did apologize. She just didn't apologize for what she said because it's actually like a fact, and she just went too far. But like, he did do that, and she's not wrong, and I don't even care for Janet, but like, can we be done? I think we need a refresh on this cast. Focus on Lacey. She's freaking funny. Next Gen NYC premiere. I loved it. I loved it. This show actually has potential because nobody's thinking about what we're freaking thinking. That's the first dead giveaway that a show's not going to work out, is when they're thinking about us. Everything about it is good. Ariana and Hudson breaking up, Hudson and Charlie being friends, Charlie wanting Ariana, the new guy wanting Ariana. Ariana and Gia like are seemingly close. Ariana was mad at Ava because of the fashion line thing, but now she realizes that Ava was right because it was really hard. But then I wish that Ariana would just stop disliking Ava, because I think that she just dislikes her because of Gia now. And Gia dislikes her because Ava was saying that Teresa, her mother, unfollowed her. But in reality, Gia is calling Ava a liar. And I believe Ava. And Ava was only saying that because Gia said that she got evicted from her apartment that she lives in with her dad, which has plenty of freaking money. I think they're doing just fine. But they got an eviction notice. They didn't actually get evicted. That's a lot of words. I'm Team Ava on that. I believe her. I think she doesn't take herself too seriously. I think she's super chill, and she thinks it's funny when their family's in the tabloids. But she said that it freaks her out when people are like really spot on about like details of her life. But like, Gia, why are we talking about Ava on your podcast? It's weird. Also, Ava was very nice in person, and Gia was just kind of like looking at you like, I don't really want to talk to you, but I will. Ava, I had like a full conversation with. Mira is mad at Georgia because of like, they bonded over having eating issues and body dysmorphia issues, and Georgia even went to inpatient treatment for it. But then Georgia was coming for Amira last season for being on Ozempic. And it's like, let's not talk about each other's bodies. That's like off limits. We do not do that, especially if you're somebody that struggles or has struggled in the past. It's gross. And people are laughing at Hudson and Ariana for having a breakup post, but it's like, you guys, you're on Bravo, you're on a TV show, and Ariana Bierman is freaking Kim Zolciak's daughter. Let's give her a little bit of grace, because guess what? She's literally like actual perfection, and she was produced by Kim Zolciak. Think about that. And the whole group hates Charlie, rightfully so. I couldn't believe they talked about the crypto stuff. And he even said that he's like a narcissist and he likes to hear when people are talking about him. And I love how they show clips of content creators. And fun fact, they did get my approval for at one point to air one of my clips. So I'm waiting for that. It's about Riley. So stay tuned. They're at Ariana's new apartment, and you can see the Statue of Liberty out of it. That's so like, I would, if I had an apartment, that's what I would want. So cute. And we see Brielle, her older sister, just like for a quick clip, which I was wondering if we would ever see her sister on the show. But Hudson is clearly like jealous of guys going for Ariana, and he wants her back. But it's like, maybe you should have thought about that, because she gave you like 6 months to change things before she broke up with you. And it just seems like he was like slacking. Like, he thought that he had her. She's a really nice person, and he should be treating her like a freaking angel that she is. But he has her back now, which I saw in person. They were holding hands and like together the entire time. But Charlie says that he's not going to go for Ariana, which I highly doubt that's the case. Like, I don't think he cares about anybody. He just cares about Hudson's pockets. And he was hanging out with Omar, George's ex-boyfriend that has money too. It's like, that's all you care about. It's gross. I feel like Riley was barely in the first episode. I'm just realizing there's nothing about her. Why was Riley barely in the first episode? That bothers me. She's one of my favorite parts of the show. But I can't help but wonder the entire time if Georgia washes her hands now that like the world has like said you should probably wash your hands. I hope that she has started. See Ariana tell Hudson that he shouldn't be friends with Charlie and that he's like better than him. But if you're choosing to hang out with Charlie, maybe you're not better than him. You know what I mean? I'm definitely on Ariana's side no matter what. I think she's an angel. And I think that I'm also just like I said, loving Ava. And I prefer Ava over Gia. I think I'm realizing, you know, I used to really defend Gia in posts, and because people were so hard on her. And I'm like, it's her parents that have done stuff. It's not her. And I think I'm realizing that the audience is right when I met her. Like, I don't think she's a very nice person. She didn't do anything mean to me. I just think that she thinks she's the shit. And I think it's because she was born into Bravo. Anyways, in the comments, my favorite comment of the week. I don't think I've done a Bravo celebrity for my favorite comment of the week yet, but my favorite comment of the week is something that happened this morning. Chanel Ayan posted on one of my videos and said, "This is my favorite show. I learn a lot as I can't watch shows from here. Thank you." I could have cried. So she's basically saying that from what I gather, she probably watches my stuff and other content creators' stuff to try and put stuff together of what she needs to know, because she talks to the stars, the Bravo celebrities, all the time about our shows, and she just gathers information from content creators, and that makes my day. I love Chanel Ayan. Maybe one day she'll come on. Time for Ask Torre the Bravoholic.
Ask Torre the BROvoholic.
Oh, I'm so happy for you and your segment.
Back.
I'm back. Took a week off.
You were celebrating Father's Day, basically.
Oh yeah, I was golfing.
You were golfing. So since this is your segment, which Tom do you want to talk about first?
What's the bigger news story?
Well, you saw Tom Schwartz in person, and Tom Sandoval is crashing out. So let's just talk about Sandoval.
Okay.
What are your thoughts on his crash out and telling TMZ that he was the victim?
He must have forgot about whoever's house they're at, didn't know they had cameras back there. So that's not good.
Yeah.
There had to have been more to the story. TMZ just released what they had released. Like, they had to have known that. In the police report that they had to say he pushed me into a fire pit. That had to have been said.
Well, I feel like TMZ was speaking to Tom Sandoval himself, and so of course he's going to say it in a certain way, like how Denise Richards' ex-husband reached out to TMZ and was only saying like his story.
Yeah.
But then there's a whole other side to the story.
Oh, yes, there is.
Have you ever seen somebody get pushed into a fire pit before?
I've seen some fire pit videos on YouTube.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, I've seen people jumping over fire pits. I watch professional wrestling. I've seen like Inferno matches where guys get thrown through tables that are lit on fire.
Oh.
So yeah, I'm very familiar with the situation.
I've never seen anything like that before in my life.
I'll show you some tonight.
I don't know if I want to. I think that's it for me for that. But do you think that, I mean, like, obviously Victoria's probably not very pleased today, and I hope she's out of jail. But do you think that she regrets not listening to people saying don't date this guy right after Sandoval?
I mean, yeah, I think we've figured out that these women that date Bravo celebs aren't the sharpest knives in the drawer. But you know what? Your first post you posted was like, oh, you were saying how she was kind of cuckoo. And
because he said that in the article, so I was just like repeating it. But then at the end, I said, "This is just his side of the story."
But just because she looks sweet, I mean, he's a psychopath. Obviously, we know that. She's probably not. If she's dating that and putting up with that, then, you know, I'm assuming she's not all there either.
Yeah, if you're gonna date somebody right after a huge scandal like that and ignore everything, I don't know.
Yeah.
Also, why does the dad want to live with Tom Sandoval?
I have no idea.
Don't you think that's a red flag in itself?
Yeah. I mean, he must be falling on some tough times. I don't know the situation. Is she famous or something? Like, I don't know who she is. Yeah. Is she famous?
No.
Is she like a model? I don't even know what she looks like.
She's a very pretty brunette girl. But,
you know, his next act on America's Got Talent could be, like a flamethrower. He could throw. That could be his next act on America's Got Talent, is something with swallowing objects that are on fire.
Do you think he's done?
He'll be on a reality show that's a bunch of misfits. Like, he's not, I mean.
Really? You think that he's still going to get hired? Seriously.
It's reality TV. Anything is possible.
He can maybe, but like, what do you think about Wes Wilson and Amanda being off the hook right now?
That's getting to be old news. They're off the hook because their time has run out. Now, who did I just see that?
But Wes Wilson just posted that whole, like, the whiteboard thing. Like, he still wants the attention. That was just like a couple days ago.
I know, but it's really running its course. Like,
it is.
their time's going to be up regardless. And I have a feeling Amanda will be back on television quickly.
Yeah,
we'll
I think
see.
she's going to be at the house, unfortunately.
Because I think Kyle is too nice and is like, I want Amanda to be on TV.
Yeah, I think he doesn't want her to be screwed over, even though people do say that she does have rich parents.
Why?
But I think she still needs like an income.
How do you know her parents are rich? What
People
do they do?
say that. I don't know.
Let's actually go back to Tom Schwartz. Why are we skipping Tom Schwartz?
I said, which Tom do you want to start with?
And then you said, let's just focus on Tom
Because
Sandoval.
you said that you didn't know. You said, which one is the bigger topic?
Okay, let's go to Tom Schwartz.
Yeah,
Tom
no
Sandoval's
shit.
a psycho. He might go to jail. I doubt it. They'll
I hope
press
he
charges.
does.
Charges might be dropped. But you know what? Why was she recording? That would
for evidence.
Yeah, but he didn't even do anything at that point. He was
Having
ranting.
a full-blown crash out.
If he like hit her and then she was like, I'm gonna record, but like and then started recording, but like she seems to be putting together. I'm sure this isn't the first time she's recorded him.
Probably not.
Because I think she's been setting this up now. I don't know what she would get out of it. She's not married. They're not going to get like divorced and get money.
No, but I hope she releases that whatever footage she has as well. Because I want a close up of that of him going, I didn't say that. I want that footage.
I wonder how many videos she has of him singing with his mouth closed, like his in Traders.
Ew.
Or was it?
Or playing the trumpet.
Yeah.
I hate when he plays the trumpet, but I kind of love it at the same time. So you wanted to talk about Tom Schwartz.
Yeah.
How did you like your experience with him?
One of the nicest guys we've met in the Bravoverse. I think you would agree.
I would agree, but I will say, if you go watch the interview with him, he did do that thing about Katie where I bring up how the guy from Vanderpump Rules was mean to Katie, and he was like, yeah, like, and he was on Katie's side, and then he's like, but in his defense, they don't need to like kiss our butts, basically. And I'm like, you don't really have to be on his defense. Like, that's why Katie divorced him. So we got to see it like in real time.
Yeah. Other than that, he was extremely
Other
nice.
than that.
Like, that's not, I mean, is
I'm
that
just
like,
say,
you know,
I'm a
like
girl's girl, and I'm not going to go against Katie. I see it.
Well, you also were Amanda's, like, you know, sidekick the entire time.
Her sidekick.
I don't think Katie's the easiest person to deal with either.
I've met her. She's very nice.
Yeah, but she seems kind of scary. And Tom is not scary.
Tom is definitely not scary, but that's, you know what? You can't push Katie around. You can push Tom around.
Okay.
But I really like Tom. I had a great time with him.
Okay.
I had a great interview. My first interview ever.
First official, yeah.
And he had his ear pierced.
He did. Breaking news, pierced his ear. I have my ears pierced, but then I told him that, but he was like, but you didn't do it at like 40. I'm like,
when did you get your ear pierced?
My first ear piercing was when second, third grade, something. First grade.
It's kind of advanced for a boy.
Made my mom take me, probably to Somerset Mall. And then
that's where I got my piercing, at Somerset Mall in Michigan.
And then I got
five.
My right ear pierced playing summer baseball in Canada. We were on a road trip, had nothing to do, went to the mall, and me and my roommate got our other ears pierced. He's from California. What was his name? Graham, I think his name was.
Fun fact, I got my ears pierced before my big sister. She was too scared.
Shocker.
And then she almost fainted.
Talk about Tom Schwartz and the literal zoo that it was. He sold out this great place called Gino's Surf in Harrison Township, Michigan. It was it was not a great event.
It was sweet. It really was. Go to these events. They're really cool.
Was it like, it wasn't like super organized, but it was perfectly fine.
It wasn't organized for us. I think it was organized for like everybody else.
I mean, there really wasn't much to it. They did trivia. They sat you down at a table and you just drank and ate all day.
A party.
And then Tom came in. He told us before he started, he goes, I have no speech prepared. I'm just going to go out there and say something. And he just grabbed the mic and kind of was just rattling off the typical M&Ms, Motown, Aretha Franklin.
But he also said Vanderpump Rules would never be Vanderpump Rules without Michigan because of Jackson Doty.
Yes, we did produce those too. So yeah, he did his speech. And then from there, it was just an absolute zoo.
Chaos.
Like men, women were just bum rushing the guy. He had 2 security guards that were like really being security guards, like literally like holding him up, and like, it was almost
when
like
you first saw them, didn't you think it was kind of ridiculous?
It was ridiculous because I was like, why does this guy need 2 security guards? And then when it started,
it was legit.
He would have been thrown into the lake. We were right on the lake, Michigan.
It was like
on the bay.
It was like a mini BravoCon. Only there's one Bravo celebrity.
Yeah, and not Lake Michigan, Lake St. Clair, our complete opposite Michigan. Side of the state.
Anyways.
But yeah, it was crazy. So, but no, he was great.
But he kept looking at us because he's like, I see these people and they're not chasing after me.
Yeah, because he saw, and then he like looked at Lindsay. He was making big eyes.
He wanted our help.
Someone gave him a joint. And before we started, he told us how much the peer pressure of getting his ear pierced and partying the night before.
See, he can be
so
pushed.
When he was around me, I go, hey, that's some real peer pressure. And he was like, yeah.
No, he kept looking at us like he was having a great time, but he was just like, holy smokes, because he just did the red eye, probably hungover. And the amount of how many shots do you really think he took?
I don't know. I saw at least 4 to 5 myself. I feel like I saw 4 to 5 myself, and he was out there for 4 hours.
I think he took like 15 shots.
I mean, I don't think he drank anything else other than shots. So
it's disgusting. I would be dead.
Yeah, but it was fun. I would the reality people or whatever. This is not like an ad or anything. I'm just saying that was just a good.
If you ever get one of those in your area, just go because they're really good events.
Unless it's just Tom Schwartz. I mean, everyone else, I don't know how the other Bravo Lebs handle it, but I mean, you get to meet them, talk to them, hang out, party with a bunch of other Bravo fans. So it was fun.
It was really cool. And what did you think about that woman that fell asleep?
That's what did you already talk about this?
I said that in the opener. That she was really excited to meet
really
him.
Nice, just a little too, like when you're talking to Lindsay, who does this all the time, she was trying to peer pressure Lindsay into becoming like a freak fan and like do stuff. And I was just
like, I'm not. She's like, come on, he'll listen to you. Come here, you take the shot. And I'm like, I'm not gonna chase this guy around right now, you know.
But she was nice. But yeah, she drunkenly passed out on her husband in our little seating area. You know, she was, I mean, she has kids. She had kids in high school and college. Like she just, I think, hasn't maybe day drank in a while.
Yeah. But our friends had fun.
Yeah, a lot
with their
of fun.
Bubba tattoos.
Yes.
Okay, on to other questions. What do you think about Ladies of London being put on pause?
Not good, because I actually thought that was kind of entertaining.
It was a really good show.
It was just different than normal Housewives. Just the whole vibe of it was different.
I loved it.
But good drama. Yeah. And that damn bird drowned.
I was going to ask you about, people get mad at me about how I say Hecate. I just can't say it.
When you said, I've never heard that name before.
I can't say the name. I said Hecate, but I think it's like Hecate. And it's like, I can't say that.
Okay. I mean, why are you yelling?
I'm just saying, I don't know how to say it. I'm sorry.
Hecate.
People are, you clearly haven't read such and such. And it's like, okay, I haven't read it.
Poor bird. Not no bueno for Hecate.
Hecate. I just said it. I just said it right. Hecate.
Hecate.
I did it. But yeah, they're paused. I hope they come back. And what do you think about it being about that girl that she might be suing Bravo because they made her look homophobic?
I mean, she looked pretty freaking bad on TV. I mean, I don't know how that could have been edited to look that bad. Didn't she literally
weirdo?
Didn't she literally say things like out loud to him? Like,
yes.
So I don't get how that was bad. Like, you signed up for it. Don't be a moron. Like, the one gay guy in your group, and you're gonna like
right after you just like said to you that like that type of thing would hurt him. And she just doubled down.
And that guy didn't seem to be one for like a big blow up drama. I mean, he's quirky and like very proper, but like I don't see him wanting like that interaction.
Fun fact, in the beginning of the season, I was trying to pick who I would like the most and like who's the voice of reason and stuff like that. And I told her, because she was messaging me, and I said, I think you're going to be the voice of reason. And she's like, I agree with you, but this group doesn't like reason or something like that. And I was thinking, boy, was I wrong.
Yeah.
Wrong.
Way wrong.
Holy smokes. Okay, let's think about other questions. What did you think about Tom? What do you think about West being more open on the whiteboard thing?
Loser. I mean, it's true. Why can't you do this on Bravo's dime, on Bravo's network? You have to go get your buddies. Anything that gets his, like, the followers in his direction or his friends or whatever it is.
Seriously. Why would Bravo pay your ass anymore?
Why would you ever, like, it's like, think about if Kyle Cooks had his own podcast and just said things on his own instead of on like, it makes no sense.
Because he could have gone on Carl's podcast.
Yeah. And Wes was probably gearing up to be a big Bravo person. Like, they seemed like they had things planned out for him and you were going to do everything outside of Bravo. It makes no sense.
And like also wanting the Knicks to lose so people watch that instead of Bravo. Like, he just doesn't care about Bravo.
Yeah.
So get out of our faces forever.
Yeah. I think he's going to be paused for at least 1 year. No cameos, nothing.
I hate the word pause. Because like also Jax shouldn't be like on pause. Like, just like say that Jax, you're freaking canceled. Goodbye forever. Like, can't you say that?
Well, Jax is probably more in that actually having to be canceled because he's kind of like, I mean,
Tom Sandoval.
Yeah, I mean, these people are like bad people.
Yeah.
West is like obviously a womanizer. I don't know if he's truly like Jax is literally could kill somebody. I don't think West is killing anybody.
But like, I feel like West has just done like Tom Sandoval behavior, and then look at what Tom Sandoval was just acting like.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
you never know with these people. Like, I think that Tom Sandoval is a psychopath narcissist, and I think that West Wilson is a sociopath narcissist.
Big diagnosis here on the...
In my non-professional opinion.
Lindsay Says. I forgot the name of the podcast.
Yeah, that's what it's called. What did you think about the Next Gen premiere before you fell asleep?
The Next Gen premiere.
You fell asleep.
Did I during Next Gen? I thought
you fell asleep in the middle of it. You saw the beginning and you saw the end. You did.
I actually saw some actual like potential there.
I think you just fall asleep easily.
Yeah, recently we've been very tired. Next Gen, no, I think the two guys, the breakup and that new guy, I could see it getting heated. The crazy crypto guy, whatever.
Charlie.
He's a complete loose cannon. I don't know what else happened. Isn't that the biggest thing?
There's just going to be like guys going for Ariana.
That's what I'm talking
Gia's
about.
arguing with Ava.
I'm more interested. I think the Ari is her name's Ariana.
Mm-hmm. Bierman.
I think she could be a star of the show.
She's such a sweetie. Like in real life too. Really nice girl.
But again, who, like, is there a young crowd following Bravo? Like, is there a young audience? Because I think
like there's some younger creators. There's creators that are like 25.
Yeah, but I don't think college, like our babysitter, she's
her sister watches and she's 21.
I guess that's true. Obviously they have they had a younger show? Like, I mean, people watch that cowboy show.
Yeah, people do. I don't know. Should I start watching that?
No.
I don't know.
I can't handle the cowboy drama.
Well, okay, but people might want me to watch it. But that would take, anyways, we'll think about it. Thoughts on the Valley this week? Anything you have to say? Or was that the show you fell asleep during?
Yeah, the Valley stinks.
It's really hard for me to say it. It's really hard for me. Because I root for every single Bravo show. Like, I don't want Bravo shows to fail. But I'm telling you, it's not good. Like, to pick the Valley over Ladies of London and Miami, like, please.
I saw someone's like, oh, people are ragging on the Valley, but it's like so real. It's like, shut up.
I mean, I agree with that take, but like, do I really want to see a woman crying about their baby's sleep regression? I want to see that?
I don't know. I mean,
when I'm dealing with a sleep regression on my own. I was up at 4 a.m. last night with Boone. Do I want to see somebody crying about sleep regression? No.
I don't.
It's the last thing I want to see, to be honest with you. And I just went through my pregnancies.
Maybe some people do like seeing it and saying, oh, I guess it's not me just by myself. I get, these people on TV go through it too.
Yeah,
but
so maybe some people like it. And I understand that take. I just don't. I want to be like, you know what? I'm done with
Maybe
that
a
phase.
new audience. I mean, you've obviously people that follow these people since the first season of Vanderpump. I mean,
I just miss how they used to be, to be honest with you.
Well, guess what? People change.
A lot.
People, life.
And you want to know what I think could change the show? Honestly.
What?
Kind of drastic.
What, Jax?
If Brittany Cartwright got freaking fired.
I mean, what is she? She didn't even do anything on the show except for bring around scumbags. So
I think that would change the dynamic.
Why don't you think about who could be added?
I don't really know. Like, I feel like the only person that I know of in their group that's like never really fully been on TV is like Kyle Chan, the jeweler. He's in a bunch of episodes. Or you want to know what I would have said before yesterday? What would I have said before yesterday?
Tom Sandoval.
Correct. Never. James Kennedy. You're done too.
Well, he's going to have a kid. He'll fit right in. Show James Kennedy being a dad.
Oh my God. Whoa.
All right. That's enough on the Valley. This is my segment. Let's move on.
Okay. In the city.
And I saw the two judgy girls the other day talking about how they think Kenny's hot.
Barf on a stick. Barf. Disgusting. 0%.
And I mean, I we love the two judgy girls.
We love them, but I don't agree with their taste.
I mean, I think I just saw a quick clip. I don't know if they were saying that they think he's like really good on the show and like it's good to see someone being real. I just don't like.
I like him meeting his dad. That's very sweet.
Why do I feel like that's the only thing I remember from this show is Kenny? And then
there was also Amanda.
Yeah. But
what do you think about her separating her dogs?
Yeah, she's a scumbag.
What do you think about how her dad like doesn't know anything and she used to include her parents in on everything?
I'm not shocked by anything anymore.
What about her never asking Kyle anything about Loverboy, including the conversation about $5 million check?
I don't even know what that conversation was, but I think all the rumors, everything Kyle said about her seems to be right. Like a hoarder, filthy living, like her getting high and just melting on the couch. Like she really, she talked about never starting a business and everyone was like, oh, but you can do this. Kyle's like holding you back. No, she literally doesn't want to do it. She doesn't want to move. She wants to wear like triple size clothes and like walk around with her dog and like.
But it's also like incredibly impressive that she's so thin. When I don't think she like does any working, like she's just is like sitting there.
People have different genetics.
It's incredible, honestly. I'll give her that.
Yeah, I don't know. She obviously Kyle's still not great, but he's I think we were a little too hard on him.
And Wes said in the whiteboard thing that he met Frank Batula, and he said that he was great. Do you believe him?
Who knows, man? I truly don't care about them anymore. That was.
Would you rather grab a drink? This is fun. With Tom Sandoval, West Wilson, or Jax Taylor? Who are you grabbing a drink with? All night. You're hanging out with him for all night, 6 hours. So you're grabbing several drinks.
West.
Really?
It would be West or Tom.
You don't want to hang out with Jax?
No. West, I mean, I can talk to West about sports.
So you think Jax is the worst?
Yeah, why would I want to be? At least Sandoval would be like somewhat entertaining. I think he would be. I'd be like, I can't believe this guy is a complete wacko. But I mean, he thinks like Jax is truly a crazy person.
He kind of would have been your easiest out though, because he likes Detroit sports. So that could have been such an easy answer for you.
No.
Okay, I kind of agree with you.
West Wilson would be like. I think by far Wes Wilson would be my first choice.
Whoa.
I don't need to see him cheating on women. We're sitting at a bar getting hammered and talking about sports. Yeah, it's going to be Wes Wilson. You want me to learn about playing the trumpet with Tom?
Or his penis flute? The reunion for Rhode Island. What did you think about Rulla's nose job? Let's ask that.
I don't see it. I mean, I haven't seen many before and afters. But to answer your question, Alicia is by far the favorite.
Of course. And the least favorite is Rulla.
You asked me a couple weeks ago who my favorite is, and it's not even close.
She's
it's Alicia.
So freaking funny. Accidentally. All right, I think that's all the questions I have. But what did you think about like Rulla's new like pep in her step? Like why was she suddenly speaking?
Yeah, I don't know how to answer. I don't know.
Because she was barely on the show.
I know. I don't know why she came out of nowhere. She's like the top person on the reunion. It made no sense to me. I don't know who she is. I've heard about Rulla. Is she the one where the one lady messages you about her husband?
Correct, but I don't think I've really said that on the podcast.
Whatever. I mean, what do you?
I can't remember, but we've had a full phone conversation, and she messaged me the other day.
It's not like
she messaged me about my assessment of Rulla after the reunion, and she said you're spot on. But like, of course, she would say that. But I want to say, like, are you still talking to this guy? But I just wanted to keep myself out of it. Otherwise, I would have made a post about everything that she told me in like an hour-long phone conversation.
Does that wrap up your week of Bravo?
That wraps it up. And then we're not coming on next week because of the 4th of July. You're wearing your colors.
Red, white, and blue.
I'll only pick up the mic if something crazy happens.
Well, you're not picking up the mic. We're not doing a podcast up north.
That's fine. I'll bring my stuff just in case.
You might do a video. You might post a video.
I'm definitely posting a video.
I've seen those. Have you seen those USA shirts that say that for girls that say 250? Should have got that for you. It says 250.
I don't get it.
With an American flag. 250.
Like 50 cent?
250.
Like 50 cent?
How many years have we been around?
250.
250.
I don't get it.
How do you not get it?
I don't get what it's supposed to mean.
A American flag with 250 on it?
Why would it say 250?
250.
But why would it say that for girls?
Okay.
Like 50 cent?
All right.
What do we say? Why would that be for girls? Because of 250? 50 cent?
Do you really want Chipotle or do you want something else?
I don't care. Thank you so much for listening, you guys. I hope you guys have a great 4th of July week and weekend. I don't know why I have chills about that. 250 years, as Torre would say. Like, I still don't get it. Like, I still don't get why that would be a shirt for girls. But anyways, happy birthday, America. Oh my gosh, and remember how Joe Ellen didn't know what the 4th of July was for? Everything comes back to Bravo. You guys have a great week and weekend. I hope you have the best time. And please stay safe, because I feel like people don't stay safe on the 4th of July. So please just like stay away from fireworks. Don't do anything stupid. Love you guys so much. See you next week. Or see you in 2 weeks. Love you. Bye.
Okay, I think I've said enough. If you liked what you heard, please rate, review, subscribe, follow, all the things. And that's what Lindsay says.